Alright, welcome back all. This is David with Fairmere's Rangers, and we're picking up with the battle at Stuttgart in Württemberg. And yeah, we got ourselves a Prussian army, pretty decent size. But yeah, they got a lot of citizens making up those ranks. So let's get to it. Alright, let's talk strategy. So we're going to set up with a double line defense. Because they do have quite a bit of cav, and we're going to move all of our cav over here and fast forward over to the left of our flank, and you can see the Prussians immediately are going to put pressure with our cav movement over there, sending in 2 cav units already and 1 over just to the edge you can see back there hitting us. But we did clip them with our lines, and that one's going to come in and try to take out our cav, as we did rout out one already. But yeah, they're going to put constant pressure on us. So many Prussian cav to deal with. Luckily, our carabiners can shoot them at a distance, and they are mostly entangling with one at a time. But they do kind of bounce back, charging from one to the other, which is actually pretty good moves by the AI. And actually, I'm in a kind of a disadvantage because you can see they're getting downhill charges here on me as well. I'm trying to maneuver out of where I can get shots on them before they get to me, but it's not always working out. But luckily, we're kind of whittling them out pretty regularly. Dealing with at least no more than 2 at a time. But here comes the next one. As we route one, another one comes on, and you can see that to be the case here, as I'm going to get charged again downhill by this one. And yeah, not great. But we are beating them back. We're dealing with 2 at the moment, and they're going to start bringing in their infantry here soon to help out. But hopefully we can knock out this cav before their infantry comes in to support them. Right now I'm dealing with quite a bit on the right flank. We'll show that in just a moment, as one of my carabiners does rout off, and that does free up their Reg of Horse to make another back charge on me right in the back. And it even has a little bit of the slope. You can see their infantry about to crest the hill up there, and we should win this cav fight now. 3 on 1 situation. One of my cav is about to rout, but we are getting some shots on that unit. So this fight over here is about to come to a conclusion on the left, but like I said, they do have several citizens coming up to reinforce where their cav was, so we're gonna have to blitz through that. But let's take a look in the center here, and also on the right. The right has been a pretty big fight, and we're going to go ahead and put the bayonet to them. We were shooting it out, but shootouts with the Prussians is not a great idea, as they have the best reload in the game. But France has great melee attacks, so we're putting that to the advantage. I just don't believe a shootout with the Prussian lines have been the best option. And also they had a couple citizens on their far right flank. We should be able to bust through that pretty easy. The strangers aren't the best in melee, but hey, versus the poor old citizenry, that should have been no problem, which it wasn't, and we can just keep rolling this flank. You can see in the center, we're holding firm versus these Prussian lines here. The Prussians are actually keeping up some good sustained fire on us. And here's the Bulkleys doing their work versus 2 units of citizenry. Yeah, they're no match for the Bulkleys. And you can see finally the fight on the left flank is coming to a conclusion, as our carabiners are making work of the last couple units on the right. I'm sorry, left. I can't even keep my directions correct. Alright. Now let's just see. We're starting to wrap this right flank. You'll see our boy is going to go ahead and melee it through, just to continue to wrap up through the center of the lines. Alright, so I think that's going to pretty much put an end to the Prussian resistance here at Stuttgart, so yeah, they shouldn't take long to break, but they actually do put up a fairly good defense here, considering the circumstances. Took forever to get these two lines to break, so they do cause quite a bit of damage in the process, which is most unfortunate indeed. Alright, so here in just a moment we will get to tally up the losses. Man, look at those French going in there. It's a pylon. It's a pylon. So we can just kind of bear witness to our beautiful soldiers taking... What happened there? What the heck happened there? You got knocked on your butt by a citizen? Get up. Why are you so sluggish? My lord. You are an embarrassment, sir. An embarrassment. Yeah, you better run. Hide from the camera. Think somebody was hitting the booze last night before the battle. What can you do? What can you do? You try to get these guys to... You try to set the right examples and do the right things, and sometimes they just let you down. But not like our Cav. Our Cav's coming in. He's going to let down the Prussians. It ain't gonna be gentle either. Yep. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Trudging uphill don't matter. We took care of business. But yeah, you can see from the losses, we took way too many. Over 600 lost, 1,100 killed. So, should have been better. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You can see here from the results which units did the bulk of the fighting. And look at the Bulkleys. Got 79 kills from a pretty light amount of fighting over there. Only lost a few men. 17. Okay, so now we're just gonna finish out this intern and see what transpires. Obviously, the Swedish are building up for something, but we just don't know what. Now, look at the Louisiana boys. Got us a little army coming in over here. Very curious to see where they're heading. Very curious indeed. They've been kind of floating around the Caribbean for forever and a day. Alright, we're bringing in the year 1719 with style. It's the new year. We're going to go ahead and finish off Stuttgart, as obviously they don't have pretty much anything left in their garrison after that battle. So we'll just auto-resolve that. I was about to demand surrender, but yeah, we don't want to let any of them escape. So there we go. Stuttgart is in our hands, and we will let them rebel and then make them a protectorate as well. At least that's the plan. But we do need to see what the Prussians have at Munich and Bavaria. So we're going to check that out. We're going to reinforce with some of the newly recruited units. And we obviously have a decent sized Prussian army there. And you can see the Rhineland has been captured by the Prussians as well before it became a rebel. So we got to go through that whole damn process all over again. And yeah, so let's get these guys built back up. Now, a bunch of our regiments, now most of these are in the 40s and I think the 30s, the 45th regiment for the 44th, so on and so forth. So most of these are some of our newer regiments, but we still want to get them kind of healed up. But we're going to combine a few of them because it's just faster for us to be able to replenish this army doing so. Obviously, with a pretty decent sized Prussian army there, we don't want a unit with 39 men to deal with the 120 Prussian line infantry. They're just frankly too good for us to fight with. So we'll go ahead and replenish the rest of these guys, spend some cash on that, replenish up our general, and then let's see what else we can get done. Now, obviously, Rhineland is a important key for us to go ahead and make a protectorate as well. But we've got this Prussian army here in the way, so we got to deal with them, and then we can push on to Rhineland, because I don't want our army sitting idle for too long. We do have 3 generals basically working the central of Europe, and we got some extra men that we're recruiting. We will continue to recruit up to build up from our losses, but we got 3 generals, and obviously we got one, our 4th is in the Americas, and we can probably see about taking the Bahamas. We don't want him idle as well, so we're going to go ahead and get him and take him to launch an attack on the Bahamas. Should be easy pickings, I would think, now, because it is a pirate nation. So let's go ahead and deploy these bad boys and see if we can knock that out. Now, just a matter of auto-resolving, I would think, as they refuse to surrender. So we lose 126, they lose 624. Not a bad trade. Let's get that, replenish up our men, and that should help our income quite a bit. We like helping our income. So there we go, another region added to our resume in the Americas. But this is a challenge campaign. We're supposed to be picking up protectorates, and a pretty good vast majority of them are going to be in Western Europe. So let's continue our focus there and see if we can get this done. So we're going to move on to Cologne and see if we can take Rhineland out and then let them become Hessian rebels, and then we can make them a protectorate. Who knows, even maybe the Dutch. Let them go ahead and come back after all. Again, we kind of been on the fence with letting the Dutch come back because it's going to put us at odds with Spain. But I think we're strong enough now that we can deal with Spain. Obviously with all these armies here in Central Europe. But we still have to deal with Prussia. And we got a secret weapon that we're going to unleash on them. I am waiting for Fire by Rank to be finished research before we move up our boy here from Croatia, and that'd be I believe it's Claude, my boy Claude, and we're going to move him up to take out the Austrians. Now let's take a look at where things stand. Obviously Austria only has a few regions. Here's us. We have right now 8 protectorates. You can see we got quite a bit of good trade going on because of that. We're at war with a few nations, obviously, and then you got Britain, Maratha Confederacy, who's almost finished up India, so they're going to be concerned here soon. Mughal obviously only has 2 regions left. Ottoman Empire is, again, taking over quite a bit of territory for them. And then you got the Polish-Lithuania Commonwealth, and they've got a decent enough empire. They're still at war with Prussia. That is an advantage for us. It will put a little bit of hardship on them. They are also at war with Austria too, and that does help us as well. Prussia, and then Russia is in a pretty bad collapsing situation, and Spain, and then you got Sweden. Obviously with them taking over Moscow, there are a potential problem in the future. And you can see here the minor nations. We're still at war with Venice. That's the only minor nation we really got to worry about at the moment, but they're not a worry in the near future anyways. Now we got a Prussian fleet here that we can go ahead, intercept, get ourselves some money. And we do love the money, especially fighting our naval battles, because it does give us some nice cash to add to the coffers. Alright, let's sail on our way here. Busting up them sails. Looking good here in the neighborhood. course, the Prussians are no match for me. Yeah, Fairmere's Ranges in the house. Oh, damn it. Now I speak too soon. They shot me right in the rear. You got me in the backside. They're gonna pay for that. They're gonna pay for that dearly. Bust themselves down. Bam, baby. See some splinters. Looks like the Prussians have got themselves a close encounter with the French Navy. Yep. It's time to reel it in. Bring that cash home, baby. Bring that cash home. Snag it. Looks like somebody had a bad day on the top of the rafters up there. Alright, 920 back to the bank. And see ya, Prussian Navy. See ya later. But it's time to go ahead and do the intern. And we're going to take it to the mid-year of 1719. And let's see what's in store for us in this intern. Oh, Prussia. Oh my God. They're going to go ahead and take Amsterdam. Sons of bitches. Alright. So we got that problem to deal with. And here they come for Stuttgart. So we're going to defend this. And this is going to be a tough battle. So we're going to be reinforcing. We got 2 citizens that got to hold the fort, ladies and gentlemen, until our reinforcements can arrive. And we are going to put them up on the walls and lay down bombardment for a little bit. But we got another little problem afoot here in this battle. As you can see, the Prussians making their advance from the forward position. They're coming straight at us. And they ain't playing around. They're going to have a few units taking the right flank while they do lay down some artillery fire. And then over here on the left side of the fort, from their perspective, they're going to have 2 infantry units coming in on our right of the fort. So that's problematic indeed, but there's an even bigger problem. Yeah, it takes our men time to get there. As you can see, our general and one of our depleted carabiner units is almost there. But look, what the heck? Somebody left the doors open. Somebody left the doors open. Who could be this dumb? Good Lord have mercy. Alright, so obviously that's going to be problematic because they're going to have easy entry into the fort. So we are going to have to re-strategize here to see what we can do to keep ourselves here without getting taken out quickly. As you can see, the Prussians already cresting the hill, approaching our fort. Yeah, time is of the essence, my friends. Time is of the essence, and we have very little of it because they are making a beeline for the door. So it's time to get our boys off the wall. Heroes, it's time to put you into action, my friends. We are going to do a delaying action as best we can. Luckily, the side doors are going to take them a little longer to get to, but we're going to have to do something to slow them down, even on the side. As you can see, our line infantry is still, for the first 2 units, are still a little bit off. But we're going to use our carabiners, and we're going to hero them as well. This is the only option I can see to just give us a little bit extra time to delay them. Give our infantry that extra added time to get there that we desperately, desperately need. Alright, so the Prussians on our right of the fort are already about to start scaling the walls, and one's about to go in. We're going to hit them in the back with our very depleted carabiner. Only have 7 men in it. And look at them, they're defiant. We did already lose one, so we're about to lose this carabiner, but we've got to stop them from getting in the fort. This extra seconds is oh so precious, my friends. Oh so precious. And look at our boys, man. They are fighting it out. What a bunch of heroes. Look at this. I want to talk. Oh my gosh. That's painful to watch. It's just painful to watch. So brave and so fearless. Just to delay these Prussians, just this extra minute is probably going to help us win the battle here. We hope anyways. We don't know the outcome yet. But here's our other Our line infantry is about to make their way in the fort. So it just gave us just enough time. Carabiner on this side, same result. He has died to the man, but he has slowed them down just enough to get our very tired line infantry from making that long run up to getting themselves into the fort. And look at this. I mean, you want to talk about just in the nick of the time. If it wasn't for our 2 carabiners sacrificing, it wouldn't have been possible. And look at our heroes, little citizen heroes, holding the line. We got one making the first delaying action, then we got our second delaying action unit there, ready to go. And our 1 French line, he's depleted, but we're going to have to throw him into melee just to stack these guys up. Just to stack them up, and he's already depleted units. So this is a suicide mission for this line infantry. It's so brave. Look at him go, look at him go. And here comes in our other line infantry. He is going to take the center square to try to hold that, while our other 2 citizens delay and let us hopefully get some volleys in with that line. This line infantry now with 82 men coming to hold the right of the fort, and now we have more units that can come and assist our very depleted, very sacrificial lamb of a unit there. And look, we got more problems over here. We got one of the line infantry coming over there. Our carabiners do lay down some great laying fire on them. And look at this, lines opening up on them. Our general's getting ready to make the charge. He's a hero too, my friends. He's going in. We got to stop the Prussians. We cannot take them delaying us getting in the fort. We need all of our possible men in there as quickly as possible. Smash they go. Look at our general. He is the hero from the Revolution. If you remember, he helped us take Paris, and look at him fighting. He is a fighter, my friends, and he does rout out this unit, and he is going to continue to run them down to make sure that they don't come back. Yeah, look at him go. Look at him go. And away he goes, and we got another Prussian cav coming in over there, and another Prussian line. So we got 2 lines to hopefully delay this Prussian line, but again, the Prussians have great reloading. Obviously, with it being AI, they're going to get extra cheats on it. Oh my god, our general just died. Our general, our hero of the Revolution, just died. This is a sad day indeed, my friends. The sacrifice is just continuing to mount. It's just too much for me. I'm getting a little verklempt here. I think I can make it. I'm getting a little teary-eyed. This is definitely a very emotional experience here. They're so brave. They're doing their best here to try to save Stuttgart. And look at them. They're fighting so brave and so fiercely. And looking in the fort. What a fight coming down here. Bulkley's on the walls laying down, suppressing fire. We got squared up in the center to hold the center. Obviously, I said center too many times here. We should probably be out of the square, going into line formation to get the most of our volleys, but we don't know if that line infantry behind is going to be able to break through and hit us on the back, so it is probably best. Who knows what would be better, but we do actually break some of these lines. Look at the bodies on the floor. The death toll has mounted here. The Prussians certainly are taking a pounding on to try to take this city from us, but we are definitely taking our losses as well. As you can see, we squared up over here on this side of the fort, on the right side, on our right side, trying to hold the line against 2 fierce Prussian lines. My goodness, what a fight has ensued. What a fight. Our poor line infantry here in the center is taking such a beating. Now with this Prussian line behind, basically knocked out of it. Hopefully we can get him out of square and get him into that line infantry. We've got a line coming in behind that Prussian line. Time to put the bayonet on, boys. Let's get him. And we're going to smash into the front of it and into the back of him. This will put him under very quickly. Look at the French, the might of the French army here indeed, my friends. Yeah, everybody's getting in on this one. Yeah! Alright, now, problems are afoot over here. Our line is still holding out, still doing it. I mean, look at the bodies hitting the floor. This is very, very sad indeed. They are doing everything they can to hold the line. Now, you can see all that's left is those two Prussian lines on the right side. So all of our units are going to go over and assist one lone unit holding the right side of the fort. Now we can. It's a tag team now. They're done for. Yep, you got flanked and enemy in the rear. That just sounds wrong on so many levels. Alright, open up on them. Yeah! Look at them wavering. They're not liking this. Yeah, they might have had the edge at first, but yeah. Things have changed now. On the flip side, yep. Now my one line is getting to run them down. Ha ha ha. Vive la France, baby. Vive la France. And all we got left is some meager one-line infantry and a couple of cav units and 2 artillery left to fend off here. Woo-wee. What a fight. What a fight. Well, I don't know about you guys, but back home and here in Texas, we call this kind of fight an ass whooping. That's right. The Prussians are getting an ass whooping now. It's gone full spanking mode. We're giving them the cup of the hand, give them the scoop, give them that spank. Spank it, baby, spank it. They never knew what hit them. Don't mess with the French, ever. And we got one line who hasn't gotten the message, apparently, from Prussia. Even as depleted as he is. He should have had more sense. He should have. The Bulkleys on the walls are giving them the hell. Their bodies are adding to the other carcasses on the ground. That's right. Give it to them, Bulkleys. Don't let any get away. Look at that. Yeah, that was some pretty devastating losses for both sides, but yeah, we send them home packing and we keep Stuttgart so they can rebel. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what we want. Yeah, we're going to get some more cash out of that. 700 more to the bank, baby. All right. And this year's almost coming to a close. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. It's the half year. Yeah, we're getting close to June, my friends, of 1719. And, yeah, who knows what Sweden's doing other than just walking up and down that path. I don't think they know. I guess they're pleased with themselves that they got Moscow. But who can blame them? Here comes the Louisiana boys. I still have no idea where they are going. I am very curious indeed to see where Louisiana thinks that they're going to make a huge impact with that small army. But hey, you know, who knows? Maybe they can. Maybe they can. Here come the Irish boys now. Alright. No peace, no surrender. Alright. Almost done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we made it 6 months into this, and I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. We will see you on the next one. We got ourselves a battle coming.